We asked a variety of autistic individuals about the joys and challenges of being autistic.
To share a challenge that I face as an autistic person, I'm very bad at working in hierarchies. So that means that if somebody has a certain position, I can be very judgmental and I won't accept authority derived on position. I'll look much more at my perception of people's ability rather than necessarily a position they have, and so as a result I tend to cause a lot of drama.
Challenges are excessive over-worrying and anxiety, particularly in any social situation. If I'm alone or I feel uneasy. Coping with change is very difficult and means I'll often stay in unhealthy situations rather than try to change them. Making friends is also a challenge, and I can struggle with where to start and stop talking in a conversation. I find it hard to relax and can appear rather rigid, preferring my own company or a few trusted friends. It's hard to make people really understand how much I worry about things.
So in my experience of autism, there is some great traits that actually come with it. So, for example, I have the ability to think very probabilistically about problems, and that came to fruition when I was working on a lot of statistics and a lot of mathematics. I have a brain for that sort of area.
The challenges of being autistic are social interaction, especially in groups of more than 2 people. I get left out and annoyed because I'm not given the opportunity to speak. So when I go into withdrawal mode, not talking, looking around and fidgeting.
There is 2. 1, I have very good hearing. I can hear anything. And 2, I don't give up. I'm resilient.
学生時代はレポートなどにおいてもテーマを何にするかなかなか決めることができず、外部で決めてもらってもそれが自分とって意味があると信じられることができずに、結局つまりは締め切りに間に合わせることがなかなかできませんでした。情報のまとめ屋で苦手と評されることもあるようですが、それも関係しているのかなと考えております。以上です。ありがとうございました。
I attribute my imagination and creativity to being autistic and dyslexic. I seem to be able to pick up patterns very easily and can see patterns and how they develop. So I can create anything with wool and material by crocheting or sewing, frequently without a pattern, for example toys, animals, bags, etc. I can look at packaging that I've finished with and I'm going to recycle and think, what can I do with that?
One of the biggest challenges for me growing up was being able to make small talk and just ordinary conversation, and I would just launch into discussions. I was called out on it my freshman year in high school and really worked on it.
The joy for me is through running my own company, I have what I call freedom, but really it's control. I'm able to control the direction and strategy of my work, of my business, who I work with, what the kind of the rhythms and routines are, and also the environment and the culture and the processes and what it's like to work. So the restrictions that my autism puts on me has also allowed me to find a solution in my life that, it gives me financial freedom and also an opportunity to work in the ways that are best for me.
What the joys are, when you tell people that you're autistic, like places like in like shopping places like Aldi's, just hope I'm allowed to do that, or other shopping big supermarkets, once you tell them, they're like, okay, fine, and if there's anything that you want, please do tell us and we'll try and help as much as you can. which I have had the experience of that, and it is absolutely brilliant. And when I was told about the sunflower lanyard, everything was just so much easier, and it was brilliant.
Things that I find difficult because of my Asperger's are socialising and meltdowns. Meltdown. No control. Not a body experience. Mind's a mess. Emotions have won. You can stop this, they shout. You can control this. Tears. More and more. You feel bad. A day is wrecked. You shut down. You fall apart. Until it stops. Exhausted. Shaking. Recognisable. Just bones in a shell. No longer human. And not you.
The joys of being autistic is when I am going through a good spell in my life, I am able to learn with ease and build interests and hobbies that I do well in. My intelligence level becomes high and able to work to a very high standard, provided I am given adequate time to complete it.
私は、3歳から自閉症だと診断されて、支援や理解をしていただきました。でその中で、周りの皆様に支えられて、自己肯定感を高めて生活することができました。幼少期から支えてくださる方々に感謝しております。
The joys of being autistic for me include my amazing and very colourful imagination. I'm very accepting of other people's differences, also my integrity and my often childlike view of the world. I pay attention to small details and like to do things properly. People tell me I'm very observant of others' feelings. I'm great at remembering people's names and I have an excellent memory for places that I visited.
I also have quite strong hindrances, especially in recognising facial emotions, and as well the plosivity of consonants I fail to discriminate against. So it makes it quite difficult just for me to be able to even recognise that someone is speaking to me in a positive or negative way. It makes it hard to discriminate between sarcasm and even between different accents, and it comes across quite ignorant, especially from my perspective. However, I try to do the best as I can, and do you know what? I'm positive about me being ASD, me having ASD, and I'm positive about sharing my experiences with it.